How you doing, guys? My name is Mufflee, and these are my top 5 settlement building mods. Number 5. Creative Clutter by Crayon Kit. This mod adds into your workshop over 200 building items ranging from decorations, furniture, all the way to food resources. But what makes this mod so special is the fact that it adds clutter to each item, giving it more alive and living feeling. It adds more of a finishing touch product to your rooms, and settlement, giving it a resemblance that somebody actually may live in your buildings. So it's more than just a chair and a bedroom in a room. For people who don't like spending a lot of time building or don't have a lot of time to build, this is an optimal mod that adds to your collection to enhance your time and look for your settlements. Number 4. Unrestricted Settlements by Andrew CX. He's an amazing and very well-known Fallout 4 mod author. I highly recommend all of his mods. This one I put onto my list for the main reason that it lets me build any type of object from the workshop in Diamond City's The Home Plate. What this mod does specifically is open up all objects to be used in any location at any settlement, excluding some very minor things such as artillery in the Home Plate. I put this thing on my top 5 list not only for the sole purpose of being able to build whatever I liked at Home Plate, but also for the fact that some settlements do have restrictions on certain items, which I believe should not be there in the case. If I wanted to build or place objects like statues in the settlement, I don't see why I can't. Having this mod fixes what Bethesda should have already had in the game. Number 3. Happy Maker 9000 by Jet4571. You guys are going to question my judgment on why I put this in my top 5 list, but I'm beyond OCD. When it comes to being a completionist in video games, well, it's bad. So when I see a settlement at 70 happiness, and I've done everything that I could, and the best that I could, it robs my heart harder than a raider after chems. This mod gives the player the ability to build either a small radio or a jukebox that produces max happiness for all the settlers. Over time, you'll see the settlement you place it in rise up all the way to 100 happiness, and stay there permanently unless you delete it. Not only will that look good in your annoying workshop tab with all the exclamation indicators, but also as another benefit, it will also lower your chances of that settlement getting attacked. So Preston and the annoying Minutemen radio can shove it. Number 2. This one may be obvious, but if you're new to the modding, I highly recommend Settlement Objects Expansion Pack by CC Mads. This mod adds hundreds of new objects and building items to the workshop. I could even say close to 1,000, but I don't have time to count. I would go over some of them, but there's just way too much. I definitely recommend you guys check it out for yourselves if you haven't already. It adds all the very much needed objects to the game, such as different furniture, all the way to specific lighting styles and generators. If you can think it, or have seen it in Fallout, this mod has taken it directly from the wasteland and put it into your workshop to suit all of your building needs. I couldn't imagine building my settlements without this beautiful mod. Before we get to our number 1 slot, I want to make an honorable mention to a mod we all know called Unlimited Building by MasterGamer500. Right to the point, I'm sure we all use some form of this mod, if not this one already. This gives us the ability to have no building size limit to our settlements, letting us build infinitely. Now of course be careful of this due to limitations the game does have. Bethesda put these limits not because they like to troll us, but due to the fact the amount that you build can in fact crash your game or even your entire save. So be cautious. When building, if you're going overboard, make sure you save often, and if you don't, you may lose progression if the game does crash. Number 1. This slot comes down to another obvious choice, but highly used by me, which is called Unlock Settlement Objects by yet again the famous Andrew CX. Just an overall great mod author landing onto my list twice. This mod brings to the table sort of the same objective as Settlement Object Expansion Pack, but I think at this point, with all the updates, it's reached an even higher amount of objects than the buildings with SOE. I can safely say this mod adds an additional close to 1,500 objects to your workshop, giving you a ridiculous amount of options for building and decorating your settlements as you see fit. It even comes with a basic building tool called an invisible rug for the rug glitch building method. This guy has thought of every and any possible item in the game and put it into the workshop, all the way down to the latest update, which brought us a large-scale crashed airplane parts. I can't stress it enough on how much time and effort is being put into this mod. Now I say is being put into for the fact that he's updating his work almost every single day, which makes the mod never stale and very worthwhile as a staple in any builder's mod list. That's it for my top 5 settlement building mods. What are your favorite mods for building settlements? Let me know in the comments. I always read them and I love to hear your guys' feedback. Subscribe for more top 5 lists, or if you want to stick around for more settlement tours. Hit the bell button if you love the video, and of course don't forget to drop a like. My name is Mufflee, and I'll catch you Wastelanders in the Commonwealth.